My name is Ella Chen. I'm 25, and I work at a bookstore in New York. My life was as plain as water until I met someone who looked exactly like me. That day, I was standing in line at a coffee shop in Manhattan. I turned around and saw my own face staring back at me. "Who are you?"
My name is Leah Winster. I think we might be twins.
I was adopted. My parents never knew who my birth parents were.
I was adopted, too. My adoptive father is Richard Winster. I needed you to know.
The Winster Group, a real estate empire, I'd heard of him. We sat in that coffee shop and talked for 3 hours.
2 baby girls were brought in on the same day. I think that was us.
Leah, why were you looking for me?
My father is dying. The inheritance only goes to his biological daughter. Pretend to be me for 1 month. Then we share the inheritance.
Leah, you're insane.
Maybe. But I need you.
I should have said no, but I didn't. 1 month, then we're even. I took her hand. It was cold, just like mine. After I said yes to Leah, my 1-week crash course began. Leah hired a coach to teach me the Winster history and high society manners.
My father is Richard. He has 3 months at most. My mother is Elaine. She's sharp.
Are you close to them?
Yes. But she doesn't know what I'm doing.
Every picture of Leah was perfect. My childhood photos were cheap and blurry. You never wondered if you were actually his biological daughter.
I always knew I was adopted. But the will leaves everything to a biological child.
So you want me to pretend to be your father's long-lost biological daughter?
Yes, you look exactly like me. No one will suspect anything.
Leah, are you sure I am not your father's biological daughter?
We're twins. If I'm his biological daughter, then so are you. Impossible. He has no other children. I checked the records.
I didn't press further, but I saw the uncertainty in her face. At the end of the week, Leah gave me a new life, a new identity.
Remember, from now on, you are Leah. I am Ella. We switch for 1 month.
I'll cover your bookstore shifts. I know books. I majored in literature.
Standing at the gate of the Winster estate, I took a deep breath.
Miss Leah, welcome home. Mr. Winster is waiting in the study.
I stepped through that door. In that moment, my life changed completely. The study was enormous, its walls covered with oil paintings and family portraits. Richard Winster sat in a wheelchair. His hair was white, but his eyes were bright.
Leah, you're home.
I took it. His hand was cold, the same coldness as Leah's.
Dad, I'm home.
When I said Dad, something strange moved inside me. I'd never called anyone that.
You look different. New hairstyle?
Yes. I wanted a change.
He patted my hand, then broke into a violent coughing fit.
Your mother is upstairs. She wants to see you. Leah, do you know why I called you home so urgently?
Because of the will?
Before I die, I need to know. Are you my biological daughter?
My heart jumped hard. I controlled my face. What do you mean?
If you are my biological daughter, I don't have to change the will.
Who was lying? Dad, how can you know for sure?
DNA. I've asked my lawyer. They'll draw blood tomorrow.
When I left the study, my hands were shaking. Leah hadn't told me about this.
Your father wants a DNA test. Did you know about this?
Yes, that's why I need you. Find a way to make the result say I'm biological.
In the mirror was Leah's face. No, my face. I could no longer tell the difference. The next day, the lawyer Mark arrived. He was in his 30s, wore glasses, and spoke slowly. They drew our blood. My mind was full of questions. After Mark left, Elaine called me to her room.
Leah, you've been very quiet lately.
I'm just worried about Dad.
Worried about his health or worried about his will?
Mom, what are you talking about?
Do you think I don't know why you sought that twin? I know about the investigator and the girl pretending to be you. If you are his biological daughter, you should inherit.
And if I'm proven not to be?
Then you get nothing.
I called Leah. Your mother knows everything.
She said if I'm not biological, I get nothing. Then you have to make the test say you are.
Leah, that's fraud. I could go to prison.
You won't. Mark is mine. He'll handle it. You bribed the lawyer? He loses his job if I lose.
I hung up. The sunlight was beautiful, but I felt cold. I would not let Leah control me. I would find the truth. That night, I slipped into Richard's study. Mark stored the blood samples here before sending them to the lab. I found the tubes, one labeled Richard, the other Leah. I replaced the Leah tube with my own blood. Not Leah's blood, mine. I needed to swap it before Mark could cheat. If Mark didn't swap it, the result would show I was Richard's daughter. If Mark used Leah's fake sample, the result would say she wasn't. I needed the truth, untouched by anyone's manipulation. I went back to the bedroom, my heart pounding. I texted Leah, the sample has been switched. You'll see I am biological. I lied. But while searching, I found an old file box of private letters. One was from Emily, a nurse at St. Mary's Hospital. I didn't open it, but I remembered it. The next day, Mark came and took the samples. 3 days later, the result came back. Mark read the results aloud in the study. Richard sat in his wheelchair. Elaine stood beside him. I sat on the sofa, my palms slick with sweat.
Conclusion. Leah Winster is Richard Winster's biological daughter.
The room went silent. Richard looked at me, his eyes turning red.
You really are my daughter.
Elaine showed no expression. She just looked at me, her gaze complicated. I nodded. I didn't cry. I knew the result was fake. No, not fake. Back in the room, I studied the genetic markers. The match was complete. My blood proved a biological relationship. But what about Leah? I understood immediately. There had been a hospital baby switch. I called Leah. She finally picked up.
The report is back. I'm biological. Leah, you're not. You never were.
I know. I've known for a long time. I'm just the baby who was switched.
You wanted me to prove you were biological, so you could claim the inheritance. I don't need to be biological. I just need to look like I am.
I hung up. Leah used me. She knew the truth all along. She didn't want a sister. She wanted my blood to protect her inheritance. But I had the real evidence. I was one step ahead. The next day, I went to Richard. Elaine wasn't there. I waited for the nurse to leave.
Dad, I need to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I'm not Leah. I'm her twin. My name is Ella.
What?
Leah hired me to pretend to be her, just to get your inheritance.
But the DNA test says you are biological.
I replaced her sample with my own. I am your biological daughter. I took a new test under my own name. It's a 99.97% match. There was a hospital switch. Leah isn't your daughter. I am.
Then who are Leah's parents?
I don't know. I only know she wanted your money.
Ella, why didn't you work with her?
Because I didn't want to lie to a dying man.
You are my daughter. I felt it the first time you called me Dad.
Then why did you ask for the test?
Leah forced me. She threatened to leave. I thought she was my only daughter.
She isn't. I am.
Richard changed his will that same day.
All my estate goes to my biological daughter, Ella Chen.
Leah Winster is not included as an heir.
Leah wasn't there, but Mark called her.
You look so much like him.
Like who?
Your father, when he was young.
I just stood there, clutching the new will. That night, I started packing Leah's things. I saw a picture of her with another woman. Who was this, Leah's birth mother? I texted Leah, we need to talk. 3 hours later, she was at my door.
You saw it? Who is she?
My birth mother. I found her at 15.
She knew you had been adopted?
She was the nurse who switched the babies.
I froze. What did you just say?
She switched her own daughter with the rich man's. Then she sent you to an orphanage. So I was deliberately switched? Yes. And I was deliberately placed there. What was your mother's name? Mary. She died a few years ago.
You knew you weren't Richard's daughter.
I thought I could keep this family. This family wasn't yours. You stole it.
Tears fell from Leah's eyes. We didn't sleep that night. Leah told me everything. Her mother, Mary, was a nurse at St. Mary's. She saw 2 babies in cribs. Then she did something irreversible. She switched the identity tags. She turned her daughter into a rich heiress and me into an orphan.
She regretted it later. But she was afraid of prison.
Do you know why she chose me?
Your mother died. Richard was busy. Mary thought an orphanage wouldn't be bad.
She was wrong. Leah, do you hate her? No, because she was my mother. But she destroyed my life. I'm sorry.
It wasn't your fault, but you lied to me too.
Help me find the records. Mary couldn't have done this alone.
Okay.
There's a box of unopened letters in your father's study. One of them was from a nurse at the hospital. He never read them.
From when?
They started 25 years ago. A whole box. So he didn't know the truth?
He hadn't pretended. He truly hadn't known. The next day, I went to Richard's room. He looked a little better.
Dad, I need to ask you something.
Ask me.
When my mother gave birth to me, which hospital was it?
St. Mary's Hospital in Brooklyn. It's closed now.
Do you have the medical records?
My lawyer should.
Mark, find them for me.
Mark nodded, but I didn't tell him about the letters. I took the letters to Leah first. We sat on the floor, opening the dusty envelopes one by one. The first letter was from a nurse. I suspect your daughter was switched. Later, they turned desperate. Since you won't respond, I will remain silent. The final letter said, your daughter was switched with Nurse Mary's daughter.
He never saw any of these. Someone intercepted them, an assistant or a butler, but they are dead. So he was innocent. He didn't know.
25 years of silence. 25 years lost. Mark found the old medical records, a thin stack of yellowed photocopies. They listed the doctor, the nurses, and the newborn numbers. Mary Carter, nurse, Leah's birth mother. But there was another name, Helen Stone, attending physician.
The doctor may have been involved too.
How do you know?
One person couldn't manage 2 identity tags alone. She needed cover.
Leah looked at the record. Helen Stone is retired. She lives in Florida.
Then we're going to find her. Are you sure? I'm sure. I need the truth.
That afternoon, we booked our flights. Leah hesitated, but she still got on the plane with me. On the flight, we sat side by side without speaking. Outside, the clouds were white and thick. The ground was invisible.
Ella, if there was no switch, who would you be?
I don't know, but I don't regret my family. They loved me. Do you hate me?
I don't hate you. I hate your birth mother.
So do I.
We held hands, 2 identical hands. Florida. Helen Stone lived in a retirement community surrounded by palm trees. She was in her 70s with white hair. When she saw us, she froze.
Who are you?
I'm Ella Chen. This is Leah Winster. We were born at St. Mary's 25 years ago.
Helen's face turned pale. She let us in.
I know why you're here.
You know?
Mary was my nurse. Before she died, she said she had done something terrible.
She asked for help to hide it. I said no. She never called again.
What did she say?
She said she switched the identity tags on 2 baby girls.
Why?
Leah was born with a heart condition. Mary wanted the rich man's daughter to get better treatment.
I had a heart condition?
It was repaired when you were 3. Mr. Winster paid for it, not knowing the truth.
We showed Helen the letters. When she saw the address, tears filled her eyes.
He really never saw them? For 25 years? I should have gone to Winster Tower myself. I shouldn't have just written letters.
Did you go?
I did. The front desk wouldn't let me in. I was afraid.
I said nothing. Fear had kept too many people silent for 25 years. Back from Florida, we went to Richard's room. Helen was willing to testify. After Richard heard Helen's account, he was silent for a long time.
So my biological daughter is Ella. Leah is the nurse daughter.
Yes.
And Ella's mother?
She died in childbirth, postpartum hemorrhage. It was no one's fault.
Richard reached for my hand. I took it.
Ella, I'm sorry. I didn't protect you.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't know.
I should have picked you up myself. I shouldn't have left it to nurses.
Elaine stood in the doorway, listening. Her eyes were red.
Leah, stay here. You are my daughter. Not by blood, but you are mine.
I watched them embrace. My heart was calm. I had a father now, too. The man I thought I'd never find was right in front of me. He never chose to ignore me. Fate and silence kept us apart. The day after the will changed, Richard called us to his bedside.
I'm donating half my shares to orphanages. The rest goes to Ella.
Do I get nothing?
Do you need money?
No. I have a job. I can support myself.
You're just like your birth mother, Mary.
My birth mother?
She was stubborn. She broke the law for your surgery out of love.
Leah lowered her head in silence.
Leah, I don't hate you. Mary just loved you too much.
You don't blame me?
No. Because you're a victim too.
That night, Leah moved back into the Winster estate. She moved into her old room. Elaine changed the sheets herself.
Mom, why are you still so good to me?
Because I raised you. Blood doesn't matter that much.
Leah held Elaine and cried. I stood in the doorway watching them. My own eyes burned too, but I didn't cry. I knew I had a home now too. Over the next 2 weeks, I stayed by Richard's side. His condition rose and fell. Good days he talked. Bad days he needed oxygen. I read to him. He loved history, especially World War II.
My father fought at Normandy. When I was young, I wanted to join the military too. But my father wouldn't let me. He said the Winsters needed an heir.
Do you regret it?
No. Because you came. Ella, what do you want to do with your life?
I want to open a bookstore. A real one, not a chain.
Do you need money?
No. I'll save up myself.
You're like me. You don't like depending on others.
I'm your daughter.
Yes. You are.
That night, I called my adoptive father and told him I had found my biological father.
Is he good to you?
Yes.
Then that's good. Ella, you will always be our daughter.
I know.
After I hung up, I cried. 1 month later, Richard's condition suddenly worsened. Doctors said he might not make it through the week. Everyone stayed by his bed: Leah, Elaine, Mark, and me. Richard called me closer.
Ella, the will is changed. You inherit everything. Donate half to orphanages. Do you know why?
Because there are too many children like me.
Yes, they are not orphans. They were simply lost.
I nodded.
Find the nurses from that year. See who else was involved.
I will.
And
What else?
call me Dad. Not Richard.
Dad.
He smiled. It was the last time he smiled. The next morning, Richard Winster died. I held his hand until it went cold. Leah stood beside me, crying too hard to speak. Elaine held her and did not cry. She only looked out the window. The funeral was held in the Winster family's private chapel. Many people came. They didn't know me. They thought I was Leah. I didn't explain. I stood beside Leah. We looked exactly alike. After the funeral, Mark read the will.
Richard's entire estate, including Winster Group, goes to Ella Chen. Leah Winster will receive $1 million for living expenses.
The room went silent. Who is Ella? Why not Leah?
I'm Ella. I am Richard's biological daughter. Leah is my sister by fate. We were switched at birth. She's telling the truth.
No one spoke again. That night, Leah and I sat in the garden.
What are you going to do with the money? Donate half to orphanages. Use the rest to find the truth. You want revenge? I want the truth, not revenge. You're more forgiving than I am. No, I just don't want hatred to keep going.
I began the investigation. I hired a private investigator to check every employee. Mary was dead. Helen had already testified. But there was one more head nurse, Jane Wilson. Jane moved to Canada. I flew to meet her. Jane lived in a nursing home outside Toronto. After I explained why I came, she was silent.
I knew Mary did wrong, but I didn't report it.
Why?
She was my friend. Her daughter Leah had a heart condition. If I reported her, Leah might not survive.
So you helped cover up the truth?
I didn't switch tags, but I knew. I chose silence.
You ruined my childhood.
I'm sorry.
I didn't come for an apology. I want testimony.
You want me to testify in court?
No, just sign a written statement.
Jane signed. I took the statement and returned. I returned to New York, ready for the end. With Jane's and Helen's statements, the truth was finally complete. I decided not to pursue legal action against anyone. Jane and Helen were old. I didn't want to destroy their final years. I created the Baby Identity Protection Foundation to help families. Leah became the foundation's first employee.
You want me to help you?
You understand this better than anyone.
You trust me.
I trust you. You were a victim too. Okay, I'll help.
On the day of the launch, I stood before dozens of reporters.
My name is Ella Chen. I was switched at birth. My father, Richard Winster, never saw me grow up. But I don't hate. I want to help families avoid this tragedy.
The audience applauded. Leah stood beside me and held my hand. In the foundation's first month, we received over 40 calls. Some suspected they were switched at birth, adults and parents alike. Leah screened the cases. I coordinated the DNA testing. We hired legal experts to ensure every result was valid. Our first success was David. He never felt he belonged. The test confirmed it. He wasn't their biological son. His parents had passed, but he found his siblings.
Ella, thank you.
Don't thank me. You chose to face the truth.
Why are you crying? If you hadn't found me, you'd still be a bookstore clerk. I don't regret that. Being a clerk was fine.
You really are strange.
I know.
3 months later, Winster Group held a board meeting. I was the largest shareholder, but I didn't understand the business. I decided to appoint Mark as acting CEO until I learned.
Aren't you afraid I'll take the company from you?
You won't. My father trusted you.
You're like him. Not in appearance, in character.
What character?
Trust.
At the board meeting, I sat in the chairperson's seat. Leah sat in the gallery. Every director was watching me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not understand real estate, but I understand people. I will leave this company in the hands of professionals. I will supervise. I will make sure this company does not harm customers, employees, or society.
Some applauded, others remained expressionless.
Why don't you just sell your shares? Because this was my father's life's work. I won't sell it. Do you love him? I do, even though I only knew him for 1 month.
6 months later, the foundation helped its 20th family. We launched Find You, a database for biological families. Over 10,000 users registered. Then, I got Lucy's email. She was Mary Carter's sister. She knew everything.
Mary asked me to tell you. She was sorry.
I replied, I forgive her. Really forgive her? Yes, because she's dead. The living must go on.
That night, we went to Mary's grave together. I placed a stone, a sign of remembrance.
Ella, do you hate my mother? No, because she gave me you. You are my sister.
Leah cried. I didn't. One year later, Winster Group's profits grew 15%. Under Mark's management, the board's doubts about me faded. I officially became chairwoman, not in name only. I truly participated in decisions. I attended every meeting on time. I read every file and asked every question I needed.
You learn fast.
I was a bookstore clerk. We are good at learning.
That night, Leah made dinner, pasta, salad, and red wine. We sat on the balcony, looking at the Manhattan skyline.
Ella, are you happy? Yes. Happier than when you worked at the bookstore? Different. The bookstore was quiet. This happiness is louder. Do you like loud? I like this life because I chose it.
In the foundation's second year, we found the last nurse, Emily.
Emily lived on a farm in upstate New York. She was 80. Her memory was clear. She confirmed what Mary and Helen said.
I wanted to report it, But Mary begged me. She said her daughter would die.
Why didn't you tell my father?
I tried. I went to Windsor Tower. They wouldn't let me in.
You should have written letters.
I did. Many of them. I never received a reply.
I showed her the unopened letters.
He really never saw them?
Not one.
I thought he didn't care.
He cared. Someone intercepted them.
Those letters had been blocked for 25 years.
Then I misjudged him. I thought his indifference made me give up. It turns out his silence was forced.
I took her testimony back to New York. Now every piece of the puzzle was in place. In the third year, I decided to do something big. I donated 10% of Winster Group's shares to the Baby Identity Protection Foundation. It wasn't required by the will, it was my own decision. The board objected, that's tens of millions of dollars.
I know. But money isn't the most important thing. Truth is.
The vote passed, 12-8.
You're crazy. Maybe. But the foundation needs money. You're the most generous person I've ever met.
I'm not generous. I just know that time can't be returned.
The donation allowed us to expand tenfold across the United States. In the fourth year, Susan came to see me. She found her sister.
Ella, thank you. Without you, I would never have known.
Does it hurt?
Yes. But what hurts more is that I waited 40 years.
Susan cried. I held her. Leah stood nearby, crying too.
Why do you always cry?
Because you keep proving that your choice to forgive was right.
I didn't forgive. I chose not to hate.
Not hating is refusing to pick it up in the first place.
In the fifth year, I received an unexpected call. It was from Leah's biological father, Tom. He was 75 and lived in Florida. He wanted to see Leah.
Leah, your father wants to meet you.
He's not my father. He's just Mary's husband.
He may know things you don't.
Leah hesitated. But she still flew to Florida with me. Tom lived in a small apartment with Mary's photo. When he saw Leah, he froze.
You look like her.
I know.
Do you hate her?
No.
But I don't understand her.
She did wrong, but she loved you. Everything she did was for you.
Including stealing someone else's life?
She thought she was giving you a better chance.
Leah didn't answer. I stood beside her and said nothing. This was her story, not mine. Tom gave Leah a diary. Mary wrote it before she died. Page after page recorded every day from pregnancy to her death. Leah turned to the page about her birth. She was born and didn't cry. The doctor said she had a heart condition. I held her, her tiny hand wrapped around my finger. I decided I would make sure she lived, no matter the cost. A few pages later, today I switched the identity tags. My hands were shaking. The other baby girl was so quiet. I kissed her forehead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She really regretted it.
She regretted it for life, but she was afraid you wouldn't survive.
Ella, can I keep this? Yes, she was your mother.
That night, we stayed by the beach. The moon was bright.
Ella, will you ever get married? I don't know. Do you have a boyfriend? No. I'm too busy. You should find someone. You should go first.
We laughed. It was the first time we talked like real sisters. By the 6th year, over 50,000 people were in our database. We helped over 300 families find their relatives. Then, a request came from London, a woman named Anna. She suspected she was switched at birth 30 years ago. I flew to meet her at her small apartment. She had a strained relationship with the people who raised her.
Ella, I've always felt like I didn't belong in that family. My parents were blue collar. I loved classical music. They loved soaps. Have you taken a DNA test? Yes. I'm not their daughter. Do you have any other clues?
Only one name, St. Mary's Hospital. I was born there.
My heart started racing. St. Mary's, the place I was born.
I was born there too. The same year.
Anna stared at me. You are.
I'm Ella Chen, chairwoman of Winster Group.
You're the baby who was switched?
Yes, and I think you were too.
I helped Anna contact the London hospital and obtain the old birth records. We found that on the day she was born, St. Mary's had admitted an American woman. She went into premature labor while traveling and left the baby at the hospital. She returned to the United States alone. That baby was Anna.
Is your mother still alive?
I don't know. I never found her.
I'll help you.
Using the Foundation's resources, I found Anna's birth mother in Los Angeles. She was in her 80s and in poor health. Anna flew to meet her. I waited at the airport when she came back.
How was it?
She cried. She said she was sorry. I said it was okay.
Do you still hate her? No, she's old. Hating an old woman doesn't mean anything. Ella, thank you. You made me understand that I'm not alone.
Seven years later, the Foundation helped over 500 people. I decided to write a book called Swapped Lives. It was a record of children switched at birth and their pain. A publisher signed the deal. It sold 100,000 copies. Someone wrote, Ella, your book helped me find my sister. Thank you.
You made me look terrible. I didn't make you look terrible. I wrote the truth.
The truth is that I was terrible.
You weren't terrible. You were afraid.
You're right. I was afraid of losing my family.
Are you still afraid? No, because I have you.
We hugged, not politely, truly. In the 8th year, Winster Group faced a crisis. A development had serious quality problems. The media exposed it. Stock prices plunged. The directors panicked. Even Marcus panicked.
Ella, we need you to speak publicly.
Me? I don't understand construction.
You don't need to. You need people to believe you.
I stood at the press conference before 100 reporters.
Winster Group has a quality problem. I apologize. We will compensate every customer and investigate responsibility. My father left me this company. I will protect it.
The investigation report was released. Compensation was implemented.
You saved the company.
No. Honesty did.
Honesty?
Yes. Don't lie. Don't run. If there's a problem, fix it.
Your father would be proud.
I know.
In the 9th year, Leah got married. The groom was Tom, an engineer. They met at the foundation's gala. The wedding was simple, held in the garden. No luxury spectacle, just family and friends. Elaine sat in the front row and cried.
Mom, don't cry.
I'm not crying. I'm just happy.
I stood beside Leah as her maid of honor.
Sis, when are you getting married?
After you have a baby. That'll be years. Then I'll wait years.
Tom put the ring on Leah's finger. Leah cried. I cried too.
You really are sisters.
We are.
10 years since Richard died. Leah and I visited his grave. I brought white roses. Leah brought a new book by his favorite author.
Dad, this is a new book you'd love. I'll read to you.
Leah read a page. The wind fluttered the paper loudly. I just looked at the words, Richard Winster, father entrepreneur. He loved his daughter.
Do you think he saw all this?
Yes.
How do you know? Because the wind stopped. You don't believe in that stuff? I do, because I choose to.
In the 11th year, I finally got married. His name was David, a librarian who loved reading. I loved selling books. A very ordinary story. But sometimes ordinary stories are the most precious. Leah was my maid of honor, standing beside me.
Sis, are you nervous?
No, because I know the answer.
What answer? He will say yes.
David put the ring on my finger and cried. I didn't.
Why aren't you crying?
Because I'm smiling.
That night, we watched the Manhattan skyline together.
Ella, are you happy? Yes. I am too. Then that's enough.
In the 12th year, I had a daughter. I named her Lucy. Not after Mary's sister, but after my adoptive mother.
She looks like me.
She looks like you? I gave birth to her? But she does.
We laughed. Lucy laughed too, a toothless little smile.
Sis, will you tell her your story one day?
When she's older, I'll tell her she is lucky. She has a mother, a father, and an aunt. What else? And a foundation that helps her find anyone she wants.
You really changed. How? You used to only want a quiet life. Now you help people. You changed me. Not everyone gets a choice.
Leah didn't answer, but she smiled. In the 13th year, the foundation helped its 1,000th family. We held a celebration for those who found relatives through us. The hall was full. Some were crying, some were laughing. I stood on stage with a microphone.
13 years ago, I was just a bookstore clerk. I didn't know who I was, or that I had a sister.
Today, I know. I had a father, though he is gone.
I had a mother, though she is gone too. I have a sister, and she is standing in this room.
Leah stood. Everyone applauded.
This foundation belongs to everyone, willing to face the truth. Thank you for teaching me that the truth is not terrifying. What is terrifying is not knowing.
The applause thundered. Leah came onto the stage and hugged me.
Sis, you did it. We did it.
In the 14th year, I found the person who intercepted those letters. It was Richard's first assistant, who had already passed away. He built a wall between Richard and the world, thinking he was protecting him. In reality, he cost him a lifetime with his daughter. I did not pursue it, but I donated the letters to the foundation. I wanted everyone to see the price of silence. If someone had opened even one letter, Richard would have known about me. He would have had 25 years to watch me grow, but he didn't. Because one letter was stopped, because one person chose silence.
I don't want that to happen again.
So our mission is this: never stay silent. The 15th year. Today is my 40th birthday.
Make a wish.
I closed my eyes. What should I wish for? May every switched child find their road home.
I can't tell you. Tell me, or it won't come true. Sis, do you remember the first time you met me? I remember. The coffee shop. You wore expensive clothes. And you were wearing your bookstore uniform. Are you saying I dressed badly?
No. I'm saying I was dressed too well.
Leah, do you know why I forgave you? Because you helped me find myself. Just myself.
Her hand was warm now, unlike 15 years ago. It was hard to tell where Earth ended and the stars began. Now I am a chairwoman, a wife, and a sister. I lost my childhood and years with my father. But I gained a home, a calling, and a meaning. I chose not to hate. I chose to forgive.
Sis, thank you for not giving up on me. You are my sister, the family I found.
Maybe Richard was watching us, saying I did right. The night breeze was gentle. We didn't need words. This is our story, from loneliness to family. Not every story is perfect, but ours is.